What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. What's up? Welcome to the stream, guys. How y'all doing today? What's up? Let me load up the chats in a second here. All right. How you guys been? Forgot to set this platinum to open. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody is great. All right. All right, let me put a race on and do some shares. We got qualified yesterday. 124 way down here in 15th place. Let's put in a race and what setup do I have on? I think it's a hybrid setup. Oh, yeah, the stock setup is what I've been using to farm. I think the fast bit time setup is broken again. Let me check if it got fixed. And we got that to level up our first level 10 common. Let's check if it's broken again, if it has been fixed. Let me do some shares in the meantime. I'll be right back in the chats as I'm about to do some shares. So just give me a minute. I'll be right back. All right. What's up, Dan? Welcome to the stream. About to do some shares. Be right back in the chats. Alright guys, so yeah, we can clearly see that the fast bit time is broken again. What's up AMG? Welcome to the stream. Committed with a super sticker. Thank you, bro. Welcome to the stream. So we can clearly see that we can clearly see that fast bit time stuff is broken again. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait until Hutch gets it fixed. Then we can use it again. What's up, Thunder? Right? Hey, AMG, I don't know what's going on with my GTA 5, bro. It's not going online. It happened before. It just takes a little time, and then I guess it will come back online. It's telling me Rockstar servers having problems and stuff. So I wasn't able to play yesterday. I was trying to play yesterday, wasn't able. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to play today. If it's up, I'll be playing. If not, I won't. You could use your power setup, or you could use a hybrid setup, or you could use the secret setup that I'm using, which is the stock car setup. That's what I've been using from yesterday to put in some races. The stock car setup has been doing really well. All you have to do is do a one-stop strategy 4-4 with hard tires, and you basically get the win all the time. All right. Yeah, the hybrid works really nice as well. You can definitely go for a hybrid. So if you want to get a hybrid, you just need to switch out some of the fast bit time parts. That gives you performance. I like to use the buffer in my hybrid setup. When I put the buffer on, the buffer put in a lot of stats. So it kind of makes it in a way where you can probably just change for the buffer, and it will add a lot of stats to your setup to make it a hybrid. Yep, the stock car definitely is a good way to go. What's up, Nate Jones? Welcome to the stream. Iker, what's up? Welcome, man. Happy to see you on the stream, Iker. Haven't seen you in a little while. Alright, I'll try that in a second. So as you can see, our qualifying is a bit tighter, a little bit closer to the rival. Hamilton seems to be qualifying in the back mostly lately. Since the break with the fast bit time, I've noticed that Hamilton is just sitting in the back majority of the time. Just got magnet to level 7. Nice. And a gold crate. Alright, Iker. Hope everything is alright, bro. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Bagwalk? Didn't even see you there. Welcome to the stream, bro. Alright, Iker, man. Happy to hear everything is good. Happy to see you back in the streams. Alright. No, alright. So the thing about the hybrid setup is you want to add more pluses to your setup. At the same time you're adding those pluses, you wanna be at your lowest pit time possible. All right, so the buffer gives, I think, plus 17 on reliability. Even though it gives plus 17 on reliability, you have to look at it not as plus 17 reliability, but plus 17 as a number. All right, so overall setups are basically overall talk all about number. It doesn't matter how much grip, how much arrow, how much power, how much reliability. We just try to use that uh, as our advantage to say, all right, if our drivers get better arrow, they're gonna perform better, and if they get better grip, they're gonna perform better. And from time to time, we see that a car with better grip will qualify better than a car with better arrow, and so on. All right, but at the end of the day, it's mostly about the numbers, not necessarily about the grip, the arrow, or the power, or the reliability. All right, we have run tests before, and we have seen a car with 63 reliability suffer a breakdown. And we're like, how comes this car suffers a breakdown with 63 reliability? You know what I mean? So we've come to the conclusion that though these things might have an impact, the reliability and the grip, the power, and the arrow, though they might have an impact, uh, it's not a lot compared to the numbers. So I'm looking at plus 17 as a number, and I'm adding 17 number to my power loadout. All right. So that's why I add the buffer, to add just the number so I can still keep my pit time nice and low, and get a high number to the power level. All right, Hamilton is the next thing that I've seen to be, that seems to be the next. Hamilton is the next thing that I've seen to be like a little bit broken. Yeah, the reliability decreases the repair time. Though Hutch says in their thing, their question thing, that reliability helps to prevent breakdown. But that's just not the case. We've proved that many times. We've proved that many times that reliability does nothing for breakdowns, except for the time that it takes to fix. It really shortens the fix time when you do get a breakdown. What's up, Ben? Welcome to the stream. All right, Bagwat, Jamaica. Happy to see you, bro. Maximum respect. Oh, I didn't think I don't think I knew that. Okay. What's up, Footer? Or Foot? Oh, it's Football Clips. Okay. What's up, Football Clips? Happy to hear the videos help, bro. Please try to set up slow motion rotor. I think we have a setup from somebody up top that we're gonna try first, and then we'll try that one. Thunder Raid. I think Iker sent in a setup to try, so we're gonna try Iker's setup, and then we'll try that one. So this is the result of that power level setup, that hybrid setup that we just did, and now we're gonna look to see what kind of setup it went up against. So as you can see, we're kind of balanced here in the 50s, only the arrow out, and we still got a pit time of 2.27 seconds, while the rival pit time was 3.53 seconds. So no way that rival was going to beat us. The only way that rival was going to beat us is if he went for a one stop. So he'll be in the pits less. Other than that, yeah, we were going to win. All right, let's try Iker setup. And then we'll try Thunder 8 setup. and we have that one part to level up to level our first level 10 part. Here it is, first level 10 common. Let's level that up and see what it looks like. All right, so it's getting +2. Not bad, though we're never going to be using the toots. I might just throw it in there because it's a level 10, but yeah, I don't think we're ever going to use that at all. All right, let's see the setup from Iker here. All right, so that's slow motion. Rotor. Blackbird, we have that. Low. Bro, I think you have the slow motion and the wall mixed up, Iker. Which one do you want to use? Do you want us to use Destroyer? I think you mixed up the front wing. The front wing is the one that you didn't say. You mixed up you have Blackbird, slow motion. I think you mixed up the front wing with the wall and the slow motion. Those are the same things. The wall and the slow motion. Oh, Twister. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, bro. What's up, Triple Cheese? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. All right, this looks nice. This is a nice hybrid. Pit time is still a little bit high on the hybrid side. Whenever you're going for a hybrid, you kind of want to keep that pit time right there between, let's say, 2.5 seconds and below. You can go a little over 2.5, as 2.5 is considered as still a fast pit time compared to 3 seconds. Why did they make a boost for reliability? That's just how Hutch is. From time to time, they'll give you some boost that you're oh, nice. We got the cream, 6 cream. Nate Jones saying good hybrid buffer and Falcon. All right, we'll throw that in there in a second. Let's see how that turns out. If you use this setup that we just put on, you get 54 and arrow and grip and power. Nice. Well, it's pulling strong rivals here. This rival ain't weak at all. It's pulling strong rivals here. Let's see what the qualifiers will be like. I kind of understand why Hutch is trying to change up stuff. I kind of understand why, as they want to make the game a bit more difficult. The last time they checked, they saw that players were beating the bots like 99% of the time. So that's why they introduced the super bots to the game, to kind of cut down on those players that are beating the bots 99% of the time. Though we still beat the bot, sometimes we'll get a bot lost to a bot, or sometimes we'll lose a race to a bot. Though we still beat them most of the time. But yeah, I think that's why they're trying to make some changes. I've also noticed since the latest update, where the fast bit time went back to broken, that the bots mostly do start with hard tires now. So it's mostly a hard tire start from the bots, and they're mostly doubling up on hard tires and going for the long stint. So like players who starts on soft tires, you kind of get outrun with those hards, because they're getting a better start, they're getting better qualifiers, so you're kind of outrun. And then they just do a one stop and come back to hards, and then they go to finish, and then you're just dead. That's it for you there. Is it good for me to install again F1? F1 Clash? It's always good to install F1 Clash and play the game. It's always good. I understand the passion, the drive. I also have that same passion, that same fire, especially in the events when you work so hard, only to get waste crate in the waste reward, not the reward you wanted in the end. But uh, uh, I just push on to the next one. You just have to look at it and move on to the next one. Don't take it too personal and just move on to the next one. It's like when some people try to cuss me out uh, about the game and so on. I'm just like, okay, then, sir, you win. Whatever you say, you know, because it makes no sense. I argue. Uh, you just gotta move on. That's just how it is. But I understand the passion. People flinging their phone away. Any news on clubs? All right, so clubs. The latest news that I got at clubs was that the release got delayed due to, you know, what's going on in the world, and they didn't get to put in as much hours as they like to put in, so they're still working on it. That was the last news that I got. It was still being worked on, so they did not give a release date to say, all right, it's gonna come uh, in 2 months or a month time. They just said that it's still being worked on. So hopefully, I'm saying, for me, I'm saying now, hopefully it comes before December. That's where I'm putting it. I'm giving them the time. You know what I mean? I prefer to give them the time and it come good more than it comes. We all know it's gonna come with a little bit of bugs and a little bit of glitches, but I prefer it comes with less glitches and less bugs, and we give them the time to get it done right. That's just me. All right. So I'm hoping by December. Definitely, bro. Definitely. You all can be in my club. I'm planning to build 4 clubs. And then we probably have like some offshoot clubs. So it's gonna be a big family of clubs, so we can all hold a lot of you guys in there. All right. But yeah, but be on the lookout. Some new news should be coming soon, if not next week. Should be the other week. So be on the lookout. We should be getting some news from the developers soon about stuff, clubs, and all of that. Some update news should be coming out soon. So just be on the lookout for that. All right. Dan, really, if you can slide in and set up, yeah, bro, definitely. All right, so this setup is really nice. As you can see here, I'm using a one-stop strategy on the rival bot, who decides to use also a one-stop strategy on me, but I'm smarter than the bots. So this is why I always say sometimes you'll have to 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 adapt and kind of look at what your rival is doing and make adjustments based off of what he's doing sometimes. All right, so sometimes you don't want to stick to your regular strategy. Normally you would have gone with a 3-2-2 technique here on this race, but here I've gone for a one-stop technique just because I noticed my rival was on hard tires, and I noticed that they're going to be doing a one-stop, so I did a one-stop as well. I adapted to a one-stop, and there you can see we were basically taking the win. Let's boost Science here to hold his position, push him off, and then let's boost Hamilton here to go to finish, hold his position as well for that win. All right. What are the requirements for the pushing club? All right, so we're gonna have, as I said before, I'm gonna have a few different clubs. We're gonna have a club with basically all our top player fans are going to be in that club. That club is going to be the club that we're looking. Hopefully, we'll get a global rankings by then, and then we should have a club rankings as well. So that's the club we're looking to push on club rankings with our a club with all the top players to be pushing in the clubs. Those guys are going to be playing basically around the clock to push the club up to the top spot. Then we're gonna have like a chill club. Then we're gonna have like a feeder club for our top club. So just in case if one week somebody cannot play this week, who's in the top club, then we'll need a replacement from one of the other clubs to come up to join the push session there to keep our clubs up on the top rankings and stuff like that. So it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic, especially when it's time for club GPs. It's just gonna be epic, bro. It's gonna be too epic for the game, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. So when it comes, we'll see what requirements. Yeah, I think we're gonna have club GPs where it's gonna be club versus clubs. Uh, so we're just waiting to see. As I said, it's a lot. It's not like we're just gonna get clubs and then that's it. It's a lot to the update. So we just need to give them time to get it right. All right, Thunderaid, try your setup. Let me put it on real quick, and then we'll try. But the setup is really nice. Iker, really good setup. Uh, Definitely a good one to use. Overall, nice balance there. Uh, Me personally, if I was gonna be editing this setup to suit like myself, I probably would. Let me see what I would change. I probably would change something. Probably put back the wall in there, and then I'll change the rotor and probably put in the cream. So as you can see there, the pit time has gone down to 242. That's what I probably do to bring the pit time down a little bit more, and kind of have the basically the same amount of stats, almost the same amount of stats. You just lose a little more on power. All right, so that's what I would do if I was gonna be uh, messing around with that setup. I would like switch out those two parts for those two parts, and then the pit time will be way lower. All right, all right. Let's try Thunder 8's setup right now. So it's back to slow motion. Rotor. We haven't run a Blackbird power plant. We haven't run a matchmaking setup yet. Matchmaking setup is kind of when you try to get weaker matches. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. Uh, what was the front wing? What was the front wing? Thunder 8. What's the front wing? You didn't put a front wing there. Should we? Is it the twister? What's the front wing? Yep, Clubs GP definitely is gonna take the game to the next level, bro. Oh, padlock. Oh, oh, it was there. I wasn't seeing it. My bad. Yep, Clubs GP. Yeah, this is a GP setup, right? Yeah, this is definitely a GP setup. Really nice GP setup here. This is not a hybrid setup at all. This is a GP setup. All right, pit time is really nice too, 3.22 seconds. So this would be like a fast pit time GP setup. All right, this is like a fast pit time GP setup right here. This one is really nice. Really nice GP setup there. Let's go out. Hey, what's up, Max? Welcome to the stream. I was trying to use that technique again this week, but unlucky for me. I got place 15. I got place 15 max. Unlucky for me. Nice setup. As you can see, it's pulling really strong rivals here, and that's when you know the setup is really good. What's up, Vashram? Welcome to the stream. Imran, what's up? All right, so Imran, that's a good question. So this week I'm testing something in the GP events. I was gonna wait until I test it, and then I would say something about it. But this is what I'm testing this week. As you asked about, do I use the same setup for the opening round and finals and the qualifying round? All right. Normally I would use the same setup. Baku, let's put Hamilton on hards. Normally I would use the same setup for everything from the qualifying round straight to the final round. But this week I'm testing something different. All right. So this week I'm using one setup for the qualifying rounds. I'm going to be using a separate setup for the opening rounds, and then I'm going to use the all-powerful power level setup for the final round. All right. So what I'm trying to find out this week is if the game is taking into consideration, like when you use your phone, the phone has a little memory there that it saves the last app you open or the last few app that you open. It saves in the phone memory. What I'm trying to do is to figure out if the game is saving your setups for each round, and then they will give you a certain kind of match for your final round based off of that setup. So what I'm trying to figure out is if that's the reason why we get superbots, because the game already have a memory of the setup that we used through the qualifying and the opening round. So they know to give us superbots to match that setup or to beat that setup. All right, so I'm looking if we go for separate setups, if the game will have like a memory. So in the opening round, I probably be using something like my fast pit time setup, just to kind of throw the game off a bit and see if that works in my favor. So I'm looking to test that this week. You guys can test it if you'd like as well. But probably hopefully you don't lose out or drop out. Make sure when you're using those opening round, when you're doing that opening round and you're saving those final races, make sure you don't just throw them in. Don't just throw in your final races right at the start. You want to wait before. All right. I'm gonna be going for 3-2-2, 3-3-2, with signs with hard tires in the middle here. This technique has been kind of outrunning these bot rivals on their hards, who are trying to do extra things. Because what it seems to me is that the 3-2-3, the 3-2-3 technique that we normally use with three laps soft, 2 laps softs, then we come back to 3 laps hards. It seems like the game is going against that strategy. It's just how the game seems to me. All right, that's just how the game seems to me. It seems like they're counteracting my favorite strategies in the game. I don't know, because maybe a lot of people are using those same strategies. So what the game seems to be doing is to counteract those strategies. So I have to be using separate strategies that players might not use a lot, and the game probably not see a lot. And those strategies are what I'm using right now to kind of outrun the game in a bit and to get these wins. Because fast pit time, they definitely destroyed fast pit time, and they're definitely going against the strategies that I'm using basically. So that's just basically how I see the game going. So I'm running on separate strategies now. I've been testing strategies all around, and this one right here, the 3-3-2, the game does not know that a lot, so I tend to outrun them really bad with this technique. As you're gonna see here, we're gonna come back and get the win, nice and easy, hopefully, because Hamilton seems to be stuck We should switch out Hamilton as well. I'm going to switch out Hamilton after this race, and I'm going to go to Leclerc and see his performance. Leclerc does have more qualifying potential than Hamilton, but yeah, Sainz is going to go to pit now in the 6. Why Sainz go to pit in the 6? His job is to kind of run down the rival tires to an extent. So when he goes to pit, he'll be back out on fresh tires, while the rival will be stuck on those old tires. As you can see, Kimi's now on his second lap on those tires. Oh, we should have gone to pit with Hamilton. Yeah, we missed pit with Hamilton, and that's gonna mess us up. But this setup is a GP setup, and we're basically going up against a stronger rival here because it's a GP setup in duels. Hence, you don't want to use GP setup for duels, but since the fix, you want to go try to find a good hybrid to give you the best results, because matchmaking is definitely broken at this time. All right. All right, so there goes our drivers calling out, and you see Kimi right there on low tires. So if we had gone to pit with Hamilton, we would have been already out in full force, and we'll be in a full boost force at this time. And you can see Kimi right there, almost out, and probably would have been right behind that Kimi by the time. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll move on to the next one, and we're gonna get outmatched here by this rival when we go to the debriefing screen, because that's just how matchmaking is. All right. Yeah, they're trying to cut out sandbagging. They're definitely going to be cutting that out soon. So the GP strategy soon will be out through the window. That they're definitely working on cutting that out. Too much players complaining, I guess. Too much players complaining. Yeah, I knew we were gonna get outmatched. Level 10 Kimi and stuff. Yep, way outmatched there. We had a stronger setup as well. So that's what happened when we use GP setups in duels. We get outmatched. It's just it. All right. The only way you can use a GP setup in duels is if you're at the max level when it comes to common and rares. So your GP there is not another GP strategy the game can put you up against that's gonna outlevel you. All right. So your GP strategy would have to be the strongest GP strategy out there, and then you'll get fair matches. Because what else they're gonna do? Know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so who else did want Dan? Yeah, Dan Real asked, send in a tune there somewhere about there. Could you resend that tune, Dan? Let us check that tune out. All right, Dan Real says 3-3-2 all softs. Yeah, the 3-3-2 all soft is a bit slow, Dan, because unless you have drivers like Leclerc. If you have drivers like Leclerc, then it's going to be a bit better. If we're running like a Leclerc and a Sainz, then we could go with 3-3-2 all softs because of their high tire management. But other than that, it's going to be a bit slow. What's up, Double Cheese? Forehead check. Leave my forehead alone, bro. Leave my forehead alone. All right, let's see if we can find Dan Real's setup. All right, here it is. All right, so it's the wall, the rotor, the Blackbird. All right, so we have Destroyer here, so we got that set up. Then we need to just change to Blackbird. We already have Blackbird on, so it's just need to change this to the wall. Yep, this is another good one. 2.95 seconds in the pits. Nice and balanced at 72, 70, and 69 here. Really nice. I'm loving it, liking this one too. And we've switched out Hamilton to Leclerc, so let's go see how that performs. Yeah, 332, definitely great to go all softs if you have drivers with nice tire management. Then you're on your way. But if your driver's tire management are not so good, it's gonna hurt a bit. It is gonna hurt a bit. But with good tire management, super strong, super strong. All right. Whenever we start to hit those maxed out level 10s, not even maxed out, but once I start to hit those level 10s, level 10 commons, level 10 commons with those level 8 rares, all soft tires where we're gonna be heading. All right. Now this is where now you see here Sainz going 3 to 5, Leclerc going 3 to 5. So these guys can do 5 laps and then come back to 3 laps, or you could do 4 and boost to the finish with them. We still got out qualified by the rival Russell. This is Monaco, so if we don't get a good start, which we're not getting a good start here, Sainz struggling, and Leclerc in the back. Alright, so Hutch did say, Bagwalk, Hutch did say in their AMA that yes, if you can find tune for aero and tune for grip and specific tracks, you will have a better run. But at the end of the day, it's all about the numbers. At the end of the day, it's all about numbers. If so be the case, then basically what they're saying is that there are specific numbers for specific tracks. All right, so let's say for a track like Monaco, then they're basically saying that your loadout should be let's say your loadout should be like between 15 and 1600, or between no loadout is that high. Let's say yeah, I think it's 1300 or something. I think 1500. Is 1500 the maximum loadout? I'm not even sure. But let's say for explanation's sake, the only way I see that working is if they're saying like a track. Let me boost here and go to pit for hard tires. Unless they're saying like a track like Monaco, if they're saying like the best loadout for Monaco would be between 15 and 1550, then any other loadouts will be at a disadvantage. If your loadout is higher, then you'll be at a disadvantage. If your loadout is lower, then you'll be at a disadvantage. That's the only way I see changing the tune for each track to come into play. If it's not that, then I don't know. They did say that we could change setups based on tracks, but we haven't seen that worked so far. It's all about the numbers. Monaco is all about strategy and race. Yeah, this is why I went to pit there, so I can be. I'm kind of trying to go for a undercut here, but his Russell is too far away, so our Sainz is not gonna catch up. What I was trying to do there is to get my Sainz to catch that Russell before he exits the pit, and it's not gonna work. He's too far away. Yeah, his Russell was too far away. That's why I went to pit in the third. What's up, Hassan? Welcome. Ariane, what's up? Welcome. Oh, I was talking about changing setups for each track in the GP events. You say you get totally different qualifying positions based off of those. Nice. I did a test once where I was testing the same thing. It was typically the same thing, all about the numbers. And the other thing that throws it off, this is why qualifying, when you're like testing that way, it's kind of incorrect, bag walk, because of that random penalty. If it wasn't for that random penalty, remember each race gives you a different random penalty. Right, that random penalty kind of throws off everything. So you could be testing arrow today on a track, and this is why whenever you're qualifying, and you're in your opening round, you'll get like perfect races in qualifying and in opening round with a specific setup and a specific set of drivers. And then when you come to the final round, when you come to the final round, the same setup with the same drivers that you qualified in the top 10 with, you're qualified in the back. That's why that is. It's because of that random penalty. So that random penalty plays a big role, plays a huge role. That random penalty does. So it shows you off at times. Let's try and keep signs in front of the rival Russell here. Keep pushing that Russell. Yes. See, Russell was pushing and he lost 2 positions. How does that happen? Nice. He was pushing, he was pushing, he was pushing behind our signs here. Lost 2 positions and now he's still pushing. How does that happen? That's stuff like that is why we have a big problem in the game. AI cars overtaking a car that's pushing on full boost on soft tires. How did that happen? Wait, what? Oh, I thought we were losing. I was like, wait, how come we're losing? Yeah. Yeah, so you'll have a setup that does run good in the opening round and in the qualifying round, and that very same setup when you go to the finals, it's like you're like, what happened? How did I just win in the opening and the qualifying round with this same setup on this same track? And yeah, it's just how it is. That random penalties is really a killer. So the random penalty throws off the accuracy of most of the races there. Yeah, that was definitely a good comeback by our drivers. Pretty decent setup too. Nice, we got 2 Hamilton there. Pretty decent setup from Dan Real here. Really nice GP setup to use. It's kind of in a hybrid. I'll put this in the top end of the hybrid category. This setup. 2019 2020 race. I haven't looked at this 2020 team in like months. I haven't looked at the 2020 team. Let's see what our 2020 power level setup was. Let's look for a power level setup on the 2020 team. I don't even remember which engine was the strongest. I think it was a big bore who was the strongest in 2020. Alright, so that's -2. Yeah, I think it was a big bore who was the strongest engine. Who was the strongest? Was it the compressor? Alright, take care, Asan. Was it the compressor was the strongest? Let's look for the strongest. Our power level setup. I think it was the compressor. I think this one was the bullet. Haven't looked at our 2020 in months. I even forgot sometimes that we have access to a 2020 team. Looking for a power level setup on the 2020. Yeah, I think that's it. Smoke screen. Wait, how much the slider gives? Or the slider gives more. Let's go slider. And the slider gives the most. Alright, the mini max was it. Alright, so that's the power level setup for 2020. Let's select the drivers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even remember that I have a 2020 team there. I think it was Kimi and who, Albon was it? Let's see where Grosjean is. Yeah, I think it was Kimi and Albon or Hamilton level 5. Yeah, seems to be stronger than Albon here when it comes to power level. Yeah. Let's go out and do a 2020 race out here in Series 12 for a 2020 race. Oh, wait. That's not a 2020 team. Here we go. 2020. Alright, Ariane. I'll try that setup after we do this 2020 race here. We have a few more minutes to go as my daughter has to do her online class. So we're not going to be going for too long, and we won't be able to do the F1 2021 streams. Maybe I'll have to try to figure out another timing to do the F1 2021 streams since my daughter is online throughout the days now. And look at that, a 2021 team still qualified in the back, I see. Yep, still qualified in the back. Still qualifying in the back. The 2021 team is so much stronger. The 2020 team is like the worst team. 2020 like was the worst season in F1 Clash, I would say, when it comes to strength. The 2019 team was stronger than the 2020 team, and the 2021 team is stronger than the 2020 team. So yeah, and since this year's and the 2020 car was like the fastest cars in F1 history. The 2020 cars were the fastest cars in F1's history, and it was the slowest year in the game. Crazy. But I'm really interested to find out what the setup is going to be like for next season, as the cars are going to be changing up. So it's basically going to be a new system the game would have to create, I guess, to match with the real F1. Alright, pit time was 3 point something seconds, and we're nice and close here, so we need to get Kimi moving. I'll push him on the next lap to create some distance. Let's push him here by pit, and then we'll let Hamilton continue to conserve. And Kimi lost that position to Albon right as we start to push him. We want to create some distance and come back to softs. Hamilton, just drop back, Hamilton. Allow Kimi to go. Kimi's stuck. He's not able to go. Nice overtaking there from Kimi. And now we're going to put him back or go to pit orders. He's going to run out of tires right at the pit entrance. Alright, go on in. Yep. George Russell coming to Mercedes. Bottas going to Alfa Romeo. Kimi is retiring, so no more Kimi next season. So it's gonna be crazy. Next season is gonna be a crazy season. It's gonna be a crazy season. I just hope that Russell. All I am hoping is I have my fingers crossed that Russell just comes to support Hamilton and not try to outshine him. All right, because that's not gonna be really good. Yep, definitely gonna be strange to see no Kimi next season. Yep, Kimi finally throwing in his hat. But I just hope and pray that Russell comes to support Hamilton and not trying to outrun him. To say, okay, I have a good car like Lewis, so let me go and hunt down Lewis. That's not going to be good for the team. What's up, KJ all day? Welcome to the stream. Albon coming back. Yep. We'll have Albon back in. But Albon is going to be way in the back in Williams. So I guess he's going to be ranked back down as he's going to be in the Williams car. So he's going to be ranked back down. But then again, we cannot say who's going to be in what car next season because the new car is designed for closer racing. So maybe we see like a car like the Williams up there in the pack. So I think it's going to come down to I think what they're trying to do is make it come down to I think they're trying to bring it back down to the driver's ability more than the car. That's what I think they're trying to do. Instead of you have the strong car and the best drivers, because all F1 drivers are good drivers, don't get me wrong, all of them are good. Some of them are a little bit more special than the others. We all know them. Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Checo Perez. We all know they're all special. They have a little special thing there. All right. So what they're trying to do is to get it down to the driver's abilities more than the strength of the car. So it's gonna be crazy next season to see how that works. We didn't set a crate to unlock, but really nice setup here. Really good setup. Let's try Arian's setup. So that's slow motion, rotor, padlock, hold, destroyer. What you had for the rear wing? What's the rear wing? It would just be Russell's luck if Williams were top 10. Oh my god. Yep, that would definitely be Russell's luck. Alright, Dan Real. You take care, man. Have a great day. We're about we'll have to do the last race here too. As I gotta get my daughter set up for online classes. Oh, this setup, I know this setup is one of our GP setups. This is one of our GP setups. If you look for the top GP setups video, you'll see this setup featured in there. Really nice setup here. Pit time 3.53 seconds, so not the best, but the car does gives back where the pit time does not. So you get top 10 qualifiers. Nice, that's some boosts. You will get those top 10 qualifiers, and the car will put in the work to get you out in front of the pack. Nice crate there. Nice, we just need a few more magnet. If we get that in a GP rewards crate, and that's going to level 7, which will be a big game changer. Yeah, all 70s, all 70s. do you think Stroll would have made it into F1 if he's that? I mean, all F1 drivers are good drivers to me. All right, so all F1 drivers are good drivers because if you really think about it, think about it between yourself and if you ever done karting before. I've never done karting. I didn't have the opportunity. Stuff like that is very expensive in my country, so I've never done stuff like that. But just from driving a car on the road, uh, on the regular, you drive on the road to and from work and so on, and drive around. Uh, and when you look at the speeds that you're driving at, and then the speed limits that you have in your country. I don't know if you guys have speed limits in your country, but we have speed limits here. Just to think of the speed limits, and when you hear, when you hear, when you hear, when you're watching F1 and you hear a car going through the pit lane at 80 kilometers an hour, it leaves you to think. The only place I go 80 kilometers here is when I'm on the highways. Think about it. Think about it. 80 kilometers is where I drive when I'm on the is what I drive. That's the speed limit when you're on the highways. All right, you can drive faster, but if the cops catch you, you know what that is. Uh, but uh, but when you go 80 kilometers on a highway, and then you hear in an F1 race they're going 80 kilometers in the pit lane, that kind of does blow your mind, and you have to think about it, how fast these guys are really going. And then you think of the real speed. Then you think of the real speed that these guys are driving at, and they're just like smooth. You ever see? You've ever watched F1 and you see like a close up of the car when they're like closing up on a driver, and you see the guys just sitting there like this. They're just they just look seamless. And then when you play like F1 2021 and you get that so real feel of the tracks, and you just think that these guys are supreme. These guys are just different. It's different. Yeah, I do watch F1 races live when they happen each Sunday. When there's races, I'll watch them. And Saturdays, sometimes I'll watch qualifying as well. But bro, when you really sit down and think about it, you see that all F1 drivers are crazy. All of them are really good drivers compared to us who are not driving an F1 car. But yeah, it's just crazy. Somebody say you should come to the UK and go karting. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to do that once in my lifetime before my life ends, hopefully. But yeah, it's just insane when you think about the level that these drivers, the abilities, the skills, to think the brain power it takes to drive at the speed that they're driving at. Crazy. The biggest highway out here in Jamaica, the biggest highway we have here, the speed limit is 110 kilometers, and that's the biggest highway, right? And I see somebody here saying speed limits at 140 kilometers. Oh my god. The biggest highway we have, the speed limit is 110 kilometers. All right, so that's the speed limit for the biggest highway. And it just goes down from there. To regular highways, it's 80. And so on. All right. Our speed limit is 120. Nice. I did drag racing between 90s and 2010. Okay, nice. I've never done any form of racing in cars. Any form of stuff like that. Never done. To do stuff like that is really expensive out here in this country. Really expensive. You have to have a good amount of money to do stuff like that out here. Really expensive. Probably this is why we don't have like a Jamaican driver in like F1 and stuff like that, because it's really expensive. Really expensive, trust me. I talk in miles per. All right, and you see KJ all day talking in miles per hour in the states, so you know that they drive way faster in the states. So KJ all day can basically be another race car driver. KJ could be a race car driver, hands down, because he's already in miles per hour, so he can go racing anytime. He's used to the high speeds. Yeah. Those guys in the States, they're used to the high speeds. Oh, miles per hour in the UK too? Okay. Nice. So I see why you have so much UK drivers in F1. Because you guys are already talking in the racing speed. You're driving regularly at racing speeds. So I see why we have drivers from your countries. A lot of drivers coming out of the UK because you guys are already driving at race speeds. You know. So yeah, really crazy. But yeah, just to think of it that if you just look at it that way, then all the thoughts of which driver is good and which driver is not good will just go out the window, and you'll see like that all racers that get a chance to race in F1, these guys are really good. All of them are really good. You have some who have that little special. You have some that are a little special than the others. You know what I mean? They're a little special than the others, but yeah, they're all good. Uh, when I race, the first time I race on Monaco on F1 2021, I was like, and these guys race around Monaco at the speeds they do. Insane. Insane. All right, guys, that's basically gonna be it for this stream. I have to go get my daughter set up online. I have to pull down my setup and get her set up. So that's basically gonna be it. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Thank you again, AMG, for your super sticker. Really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Uh, can't stop saying thank you guys so much for all your support. That's just who I am. Very grateful person. And if our GTA Online comes up, we'll play. If not, I might be playing FIFA. I've been meaning to play FIFA over on King's Play later on. So if you do play FIFA, you can join in and play with me, and you can beat me up because I'm not really all that good. I haven't played console in like 20 years. So I'm just taking my time to come back to console. All right. And so you guys take care. All right. So 200 miles is 320 kilometers. So think about that. And you think about you think about driving a car at that speed, and then you will see what I'm talking about. All right. You guys take care. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace, guys. Bye. Take care.
Good man walking.